each province is kind of unique. And with Alberta being a resource sector province and a lot of activity going on, that possibly one of the things that we could focus on is in the calls for justice. There's different things. So I think Section 13 is the calls for justice for the resource sector. So that's one area that I'm going to ask the committee to look at, is to see where we could make improvements and work with the resource sector. And the resource sector is open to working with us on that to find better and safer ways for our women to work in those remote type areas. In the budget, I've got money set aside for women's initiatives, and I've actually increased it by over $200,000 this year to work with this. And as it goes forward, we'll see how the panel goes. But for this year, there's an additional $200,000 to help with women's initiatives.
For the past several decades, 3 or 4 decades, I and many others have worked to bring awareness and education and prevention and saving lives on the issue of violence against Indigenous women in our communities across, from coast to coast, to the north, to the south. We work together hand in hand, community members, grassroots people, and now a wonderful opportunity to work with our governments to seek solution and to find answers and to develop some action plans. There are many themes that came out of the national inquiry. For example, there's the themes around human rights, violence against women, obviously. There is rights to justice, there is rights to health and education. There are issues around genocide. There are histories around a colonial history that is part of our background, part of our history, that needs to be acknowledged and become part of the working plan as well. So all of those moving forward are considered as part of the action plan.